Hi, my name is Jackson Downey. I'm from Greater Coastal Realty on Mill Creek Road in Beach Haven West, and you're watching the very first episode of the Beach Haven West Real Estate News. My goal is to bring you the most relevant, accurate information on the real estate market here in the Beach Haven West area for those who might have an interest in it like I do. My team and I have been studying and researching this pretty thoroughly, cross-referencing multiple MLSs and listings, and scrubbing all the data to be able to bring you what should be the most accurate information on the Beach Haven West real estate market out there. So I hope you enjoy it. What we're going to do first on this episode is recap the stats of what just happened last month in May of 2016. Over time and in future episodes, we'll track the changes in the monthly statistics. Next on today's show, we'll get into what has been selling for the past 9 months. Then we'll move right into what's for sale right now, and finally we'll conclude with taking a look at the market's current absorption rate. And real quick, just so you know guys, with these stats I'm referring to Beach Haven West as an area, and I'm including the Village Harbor neighborhoods of the Coves and East Point, and I'm also just referring to strictly the waterfront properties. Now, without further ado, let's recap last month's activity. In May of 2016, there were a total of 14 closed sales totaling $5.4 million in real estate sold, with the hottest price ranges being in the $300,000 to $450,000 ranges, specifically the $350 to $400 range. Plus, we've also had a couple of sales in the upper fives last month, and one sale coming in at the highest of the month at $640,000. The average days on market for these 14 sales were 270 days, with an average sale price of $388,000. Now, let's take a look at what has been selling in the past couple of months. In the past 9 months, we have, believe it or not, an even 100 on-the-nose closed sales in Beach Haven West. Now let's take a closer look at those sales. As far as price ranges go, it appears as if our hottest price ranges in the past 9 months have been the 150 to 250 range, as well as the 300 to 350 range, with a noticeably decreasing amount of sales as the price ranges increase. It's also interesting to see, for example, that there are 8 times as many buyers for the 200 to 250 range specifically than there have been buyers for the over 600 range. Of the 100 closed sales in the past 9 months, 60% of them were good old regular resales, 30% were lots or storm damaged properties, and 10% were brand new construction homes. So that is what has been selling lately. Now let's take a look at our current inventory and see what's for sale. As of June 1st, 2016, there are 113 active real estate listings, with the lowest price listing right now being at $165,000 and the highest price listing coming in at a whopping $950,000. Now, what's interesting to see here is that there have only been 2 sales in the past 9 months over $600,000, if you recall from the previous chart, and there are 10 active listings right now asking more than $600,000. So for those of you who own those super nice $600,000+ homes, it doesn't mean that you can't sell it, because there are people buying in that range. It's just something to consider when it comes to pricing and expected time on market, because statistically, if you look at the numbers, you only have a 1 in 5 or 20% chance, in other words, of selling within the next 9 months if you were one of those 10 on the market right now. So you just have to make sure you have the right price, the right amount of time, and the right marketing to make sure you give yourself a higher chance of selling. Of those 113 active waterfront listings right now, 84 of them are resales, or 74% of the current inventory. 14 of them are lots and storm damaged properties, or 12%, and 15 of them are new construction homes, or 13%. Now, what's very interesting about all this is that 30% of all of the sales in the past 9 months in Beach Haven West were lots and storm damaged properties. However, only 12% of our current inventory are lots and storm damaged properties, showing that there's a good amount of demand for these types of properties and not the greatest supply, which is great for sellers of these types of properties. Speaking of supply and demand, let's conclude today's episode with the market's current absorption rate. Now, the absorption rate is something that I find to be very interesting. It's the rate at which properties in a specific market get absorbed or sold. The way you calculate absorption rate is by first determining the number of homes closed in that market over a specific period of time. So we know that there have been 100 closed sales in the past 9 months. So now we have a period of time, which is 9 months, and we have our number of sales in that period, which is 100 even. Next, we're going to divide the number of properties sold in that period of time by the number of months in that period of time, which will give us a per month rate. That gives us a rate of roughly 11 properties sold per month. Finally, we're going to divide that per month rate into the number of current listings. So we're going to take the rate of 11 properties sold per month and divide that into 113 active listings. And finally, this gives us our absorption rate, which comes out to be just a little bit over 10 months. So what exactly does this mean? This means that it would take roughly 10 months to sell off all of the current inventory. It also tells us that it's a buyer's market because they say that an absorption rate of 6 is considered a balanced market when the number of buyers roughly equals the number of sellers. Numbers below 6 indicate a seller's market, and numbers above 6 indicate a buyer's market, and we are right now at a 10. Now, for all my sellers out there, that's not really that bad, especially compared to the Lacey Waterfront market, which is at a 16.5. Well, that wraps up our very first episode of the Beach Haven West Real Estate News. I really hope you guys liked it. If you have any questions about any specifics, the sales, the listings, the market, or anything else that you think I might be able to help you with, I welcome you to reach out to me. I am a full-time real estate agent, and I would, of course, be glad to chat with you about anything real estate related, whether you're thinking about buying or selling or you're not. You can reach me anytime directly on my cell phone, or feel free to shoot me an email over my way. I personally respond to all emails. Thank you so much for watching. Again, my name is Jackson Downey. I'm from Greater Coastal Realty, and I'll see you on next month's episode of the Beach Haven West Real Estate News.